Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of season 4 of Ready to Love, the last 4 couples. And right now we're talking about Frank and Mumen. And the question for the audience today is, are these two wasting time, or are we going to get some African babies out of this? So I'm going to tell you what I think. I think it's wasting time. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think we're going to get no babies out of this, you guys. I mean, let's look at the two. Let's look at Mumen. Mumen is 36 years old. She's a singer-songwriter. Her family is from Cameroon. She's beautiful. She's an artist, obviously, which means she's got some talent. She's free-spirited. She says she's God-fearing and she wants to practice abstinence before, she gets married. Now, that shrinks her pull. I don't know if she's been to church lately, but it ain't a lot of men up in church anymore. And I'm not saying that she can't find a guy or a man who wants to practice abstinence, but I'm just saying it definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. I think when you are on that road, you have to be prepared to get married quickly. You can't be trying to date nobody for a year or 2 years and be abstinent. You have to be ready to get married within like 2 or 3 months, 4 months, and just go for it. So I'm not saying it's not possible, but she needs to really target who she wants. And she says she's not particularly close to her father, which is interesting because he was in the last episode and everybody really liked the dad. We thought he was asking the right questions. He was being tough with Frank. I mean, a lot of women would love to have a father in that role to sort of screen guys and what have you. I mean, that's what my dad did for me. But I'm going to tell you this. She says she's not close to her family. I saw her father, I saw her uncle, and I thought they were asking some really good questions. I think they were challenging Frank like a man would challenge Frank. But sometimes women also have to follow up under the leadership of men. And sometimes I'm not for sure if Mumen has the personality where she knows how to sort of fall behind the men, because that's what can cause clashes with men. If you don't want to fall behind sometimes their leadership and they're strong men, you're not going to get along. So I wonder if that's a little bit of what's going on with her father, because, her father was looking at Frank. He was rolling his eyes. He was like, this is some bullshit. He was like, you brought me here. I thought we was ready to, pay the bride price and all this, but this guy's still here out in the streets. And he was like, if you're looking for an adventure, this is the wrong place to come. And but I think he saw in Frank what I saw in Frank, and that Frank is wasting time. I don't even think that Frank is interested in Mumen. I mean, I think when Mumen started talking about the celibacy and abstinence thing, I think she lost a lot of men. I think she lost Frank. I think she lost Walter, And let's be honest, Frank's going on, now we're going to jump to Frank is going on talking about, every African wants an African babies. I bet they do. But we saw his last girlfriend and she was a whole white woman. So he's definitely not trying to follow tradition or follow what the family wants. He's out here exploring and doing different things. And if he wanted an African woman as a bride, I'm quite sure there's a lot of them around him. So I'm not sure he waited all this time to come here to Ready to Love to find another black African to marry, because I'm sure there's plenty of them around him. So I think Frank is wasting time. He's 35 years old. He's his first in his family to be born in America, which means all his siblings, maybe he's the youngest, but all his siblings might have been born in Africa and they kind of immigrated to America. I don't know what the deal is, but I think Frank is wasting time. Frank is way more into Sydney, but Sydney don't want him. We'll get to that in the other video. Sydney wants Phil, okay? So he doesn't really have an option at this point. He may think he does, but I think Sydney I think he's been friend zoned. But we're going to talk about that in the next video. What I do hope going forward, I don't think this is going anywhere, but I like Mumen. But I would tell Mumen, I think she needs to find a different group of women to hang around. Right now, she's hanging around the Brown Squad crew. And let me tell you, they might be men repellents, not attractants. She might need to break away from that type of energy and align with a different type of energy that she's more suited to. Maybe find some married women to hang around, or married women to mentor her if that's where she wants to go. I think she needs to be up under maybe someone guiding her. Maybe she can rekindle her relationship with her father. Because let me tell you, he seemed on point. He seemed to be asking all the right questions and doing all the right things. Even her uncle said, you know what? What's the pecking order? What's the pecking order? And what that told me was these African men are very aware of the fact that men are the ones doing the choosing, not the women. I know a lot of women out here think they're the choosers and they're the ones out here shopping. No, it's the men shopping. And one of the things that I like what her uncle said is, where does she fall in the pecking order? Because in African culture, you know, it's like you're giving your daughter away, you know, and then when they pay this sort of bride price, that's really ceremonial. It's basically the man paying the family and saying, thank you for raising a daughter who is worthy and fit for marriage. That's part of what it's about. So the men approach giving their daughters away, I think, a little bit differently than American men do. But nonetheless, this couple right here, we ain't gonna get no African babies. This is a wrap. This is a wrap. This is wasting time. So anyway, what do you guys think? What's your opinion? Drop down in my comments. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. And be sure to check my next videos because I'm doing one video for each of the final 4 couples. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.